Hello, Georgia Studies students. This is Coach Berryman from Madison County Middle School. I'm here today at Nancy Hart's cabin in the southern portion of Elbert County, Georgia. Nancy Hart was an American patriot during the American Revolution. If we look at our standards, we see in Standard H3, it specifically mentions in Element C to talk about the American loyalists and patriots that were in Georgia during the time of the American Revolution. Nancy Hart and her family had moved here from Virginia. Her and her husband Ben brought 8 children, and they lived in this very small one-room cabin. The structure that we see today is a replica and a rebuild of the original structure. However, the rocks and the chimney are the original, and the foundation is the original rocks, although they were replaced. We have a historical marker here that goes on to tell the story of Nancy Hart. Nancy was at home alone with her daughter when several Tories, or loyalists from Georgia, from the Augusta area, had come upon the house. They demanded that she feed them, and they killed her last turkey that was in the yard. Nancy got very upset about this, but really had no choice, as her and her young daughter were home alone. Well, as the time went on, Nancy prepared the turkey. She also got her daughter to go sound the alarm to get her husband and some other men in the community to come and help because of the danger. The Tories were here long enough for Nancy to prepare and cook the turkey and then eat the turkey. They were also here long enough that Nancy was able to get some information from them about one of their friends and neighbors who had been killed by the name of Colonel John Dooley. As you'll see, this cabin is very, very small. I have to lower my head to go under it. The beams in the top are only 5 or 6 inches above my head height. There's the fireplace where she cooked that turkey. While she was preparing the turkey and cooking it, she came up with a plan. And her plan was to be able to get the soldiers' weapons away from each one of them. She took the weapons and she slipped them out the door and some of the cracks in the side of the log cabin. When the soldiers finally realized it, it was too late. Nancy reportedly shot at least 2, maybe 3 soldiers, and by that time, her husband, Ben Hart, and some other men in the community showed up. They took the remaining soldiers out and hung them in the apple orchard. You can look up Nancy Hart and other American patriots in the backcountry. Some other patriots that you would find in the backcountry are Austin Dabney, Colonel John Dooley, and Elijah Clark. Georgia went on to honor Nancy Hart by naming Hart County, Georgia, after her in the middle of the 1800s.